Hey guys, it's Steven. Welcome to Umami Finance 101. Today I'm going to be going over the value proposition for the Umami token and going to be going over the entire Umami ecosystem from a high level overview. I do have a bunch of things that I do want to go over in the future, but I'm going to do separate videos for each topic so it'll be easier to identify for the future. Just to introduce myself, my name is Steven. You can reach me in the Discord as Stephen T. And yeah, I've been brought on to the Umami Finance team. It's been a couple months now, and I was brought on to migrate the original Umami liquidity pool, which was on Sushi Swap. And I was here to create a capital efficient Uniswap version 3 liquidity pool. Overall, that is exactly what we did. I was able to migrate and create a pretty nice liquidity pool. So I was able to raise over $100,000 worth of capital. This capital was not being utilized in a traditional liquidity pool. What does that mean? Um, if you have a traditional liquidity pool, you have to provide liquidity from zero to infinity price wise. And with Uniswap version 3, you're able to allocate liquidity to whatever ranges you want. For example, any liquidity that was under the price of $7 in a regular liquidity pool, Ethereum would have been locked in there, not doing anything. With Uniswap version 3, we're able to take that liquidity that is below these prices that we'll probably never see, and then allocate that treasury, that capital that we raised into our treasury to earn yield for the community. And that's exactly what we did, over $100,000 worth of liquidity for the community. Overall, yep, very successful. And yeah, I mean, it's really just to point out that you can customize these liquidity pools. And not only that, using this Uniswap version 3 strategy, being that Umami is a liquidity provider, this opens up an opportunity, a business opportunity for us to help projects who need liquidity. We can partner with teams that maybe they need to bootstrap some capital. Maybe they're on another blockchain and they want to create a liquidity pool on the Arbitrum network, and they just don't have the funds to do that. Using Uniswap version 3 concentrated liquidity gives you the option to do that in a very capital efficient way. There's definitely a business opportunity there with all of this. And for sure, we'll be making another video on that. So uh, let's just get right into it. So what's the value proposition of buying the Umami token right now? Passive crypto income you can count on. What does that mean? To me, knowing that you have an investment that can pay a considerable, huge, basically APR, while having a relatively stable price that's tied to a treasury, um, that's a pretty great thing to have. Um, comparing Umami token to, let's just say, Doge, what is Doge tied to? They don't have any assets. There's nothing backing it. With Umami, we have a treasury and we have a circulating supply that's calculatable. I feel like that's a pretty good recipe to have a stable price. And not only that, with buying the Umami token, you're also buying access to the treasury, the treasury upside. The treasury can move higher, and there's definitely some opportunities with that. Reliable yields. Um, with the way that we do things, we are very delta neutral, which means that we focus on getting yield and getting income to our holders. And we do that through multiple different ways that I will be going through in a different video. But just know that we put the APR first, and safety first as well. We have a multi-sig system that is being transferred into a full DAO system, or actually it's going to be a hybrid DAO. We also have Docs team members. We're also in the process of getting an audit of all our smart contracts. So yeah, safety is definitely a top priority for us. So let's just go ahead and jump in the app here. So what I really wanted to go over is obviously the Treasury holdings, and pretty self-explanatory. We have a Treasury, and this is what it's worth at the moment. And then we also have the Treasury value per Umami. So you take the amount of that's in the Treasury, and then you take the amount of Umami that is circulating. So the Umami that's able to be staked, the Umami that's able to be traded. So you divide those two, and that's how you get this price here. And as you can see, we have a discount compared to that price. And at the moment, it's a 22% discount. So, there's a lot of things to kind of unpack here. So one of them is that you're able to purchase a asset that is earning 39% APR at a discount. So really, you're able to make more than this because you're getting more bang for your buck. If you invest the same amount, you're just essentially able to get more APR. Another thing is with this price being so low, this gives you upside to the fact that the Umami price can move higher towards the Treasury value. So, I mean, what a great thing to have. And then not only that, the way that the Umami Finance Treasury is positioned, you're kind of hedged from the downside as well. I mean, like I said before, we're able to hedge our positions and short or our ETH if we need to. And like I said, we're focused on bringing APR. So even if we have a downturn in the markets, and our Treasury does turn down, we're so focused on getting APR that even in a down market, our APR will be able to basically keep positions afloat, so that you're not going to lose money investing in Umami Finance. And I mean, that's just the way I look at it. So yeah, we'll definitely go more into the whole Treasury and how everything's allocated. But I think the fact that we kind of had this hedge opportunity and our focus on APR, that definitely helps. So just quickly moving on, if you haven't seen this yet, the marinate contract. So this is where you take your purchase Umami and you lock it up, and this is how you get your yield. So your rewards. So you are able to lock up the token at any time, but you're only able to withdraw the first of every month. So this is a way to kind of if people want to beat the system and they want to just stake and then get the rewards and unstake, this is just kind of a way to protect our Treasury from attacks like that. And so I guess the question is, how do you calculate this APR? What does this mean? So capacity, this is the max amount of tokens that we would allow. So we're almost at capacity there. So far, $3 million locked up. So yeah, so how do you calculate the APR? So this is just something that we use here. So to calculate the APR, so assuming we have this much locked up, so 2 million locked up, we calculate how many times we've distributed. We calculate how much ETH we've given out, and then we annualize how often we did that. And this is how we get our APR and our APY. So Pretty simple, nothing too complicated there. And then for another video as well, we have our auto compounders with RB's Finance, our sister project. And then from there, you're able to take these Umami tokens that are being staked and earning interest, and you're able to put those in an auto compounder. So pretty self-explanatory there as well. So you have this is a list of that I just started just keeping track of our marinated umamis, and our compounded umamis. So for example, if you marinate your umami, you're able to take it to the compounder, and the compounder will automatically take that Ethereum that you were earning and purchase umami on the open market. And obviously that increases the price. As you can see, as the auto compounder has been going for a couple weeks now, so it's been acting as support, and it's been buying the tokens automatically for the compounder. So we have 156,000 Umami tokens in the auto compounder. So that's about $2 million worth of Umami earning interest, and that interest going directly to buying the Umami token. So as you can see, the price is up 8% over the last 3 days. So yeah, it's working as designed, right? This is the beauty of auto compounders. This is the beauty of compound interest. And yeah, this is just the beginning for the auto compounder products that we're creating. So we have a lot of exciting things, and we'll definitely have plenty more videos to go over that. So I did want to keep this relatively short, but I guess I'll just go ahead and finish up on this chart here. So I will focus on the Umami charts. That's one of the things that I do as a liquidity provider and kind of the manager of the liquidity pool. I look at not necessarily the dollar price of Umami, but I look at the Umami to Ethereum price. So as you can see, very bullish. I mean, even with the overall markets being down this past week, Umami just keeps chugging on, and overall looks really good. So there are some things that I would point out. When this LP was first created, a lot of uncertainty. When we first started, we didn't even have a marinate. We didn't have any dividends going out. All we had was a treasury that was earning yield and a token. And since then, over this past 2 months, just a really amazing progress to see what we've been able to come up with in these short 2 months here. So we went from having basically no products to having the auto compounders and the marinators and just so many more cool things coming up here. So before we had about 25 ETH worth of liquidity below this market price here, which is probably below $8 now. Yeah, so from $8 to $6, we have about 25 ETH, so $75,000 worth of money just sitting there doing nothing. So a little alpha for you guys for sticking around for the video. We're going to be moving this Ethereum up and providing support for the price of the token so that we can, like I said, we want to have a stable price that is our treasury is clearly tied to the price is clearly tied to our treasury. So that is definitely our goal, is to have a super liquid token. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to slowly build towards that. So yeah, really excited. And if you have any questions, like I said, feel free to reach out, and I will catch you guys in the next one.